If you're thinking about buying a brand new 2026 Sea-Doo 325 RXTX, watch this first. Because after 12 hours riding mine, I'm breaking down the real costs, the mistakes I made, and whether it's actually worth it. And I'll tell you right now, this thing is way faster than I expected. I'm Kevin with Green Country Adventures. I actually grew up on the lake, been around boats most of my life, and this is my second jet ski that I've owned. And I just picked up the 2026 Sea-Doo 325 RXTX back in February. This isn't just a spec review, this is what it's actually like to own one after real time on the water. So why did I choose the RXTX? Honestly, there were a couple of big reasons. First, this is actually my second RXTX. My last ski was a 2021 RXTX 300, so I already knew I loved the way it rides, and that played a big role. Second, I went with the RXTX over the RXPX because I like to take people out with me sometimes. This gives you more room, more stability. It's just a better all-around platform if you're not riding solo 100% of the time. Now on top of that, comfort and stability. This thing handles rough water really well. And then power. This has 325 horsepower, which is honestly insane for a jet ski. But the biggest thing for me, this 10.25-inch touchscreen. It has built-in navigation, looks incredible. And something I didn't expect, when it gets dark outside, the screen automatically switches to dark mode. I didn't even notice it at first, but once I did, I thought that was such a cool feature. I'm gonna be honest, this thing is fast. Stock, it's limited to 68 miles per hour, but what really surprised me is how fast it gets there. The acceleration is insane. It pulls hard all the way through, and honestly, feels quicker than my old 300. Stay with me, because coming up, I'm gonna show you how to remove the speed limiter and raise the top speed. Now let's talk about the real cost. I'm gonna show you exactly what I paid for this 2026 Sea-Doo RXTX 325. The jet ski, $22,219. Trailer, $14,999. I added a 5-year extended warranty with unlimited miles and gap insurance. All in, after taxes, fees, and everything, I financed $28,195. My payment, $461 a month. Insurance is $530 a year. Fuel, this thing burns gas fast. It has an 18-gallon tank, and you'll easily go through half to a full tank in every ride. It also takes 91-octane non-ethanol. It's more expensive, but it's worth it. First oil change at 10 hours, mine was about $480. This is not a cheap hobby, but if you love being on the water, it's absolutely worth it. All right, before we get into the upgrades, there are a couple things I think you should know if you're considering a 2026 Sea-Doo 325 RXTX. One of the biggest things is the trailer. I ended up going with a different brand instead of the Sea-Doo Move trailer, and honestly, I wish I would have stuck with the Sea-Doo trailer. This one I have is a Haulrite, and it uses standard bulbs instead of sealed LED lights. Because of that, I've already had multiple bulbs burn out just from backing into the water without unplugging it first. On my previous Sea-Doo Move trailer with LED lights, that was never something I had to think about. So if you're buying a new Sea-Doo, I highly recommend going with the trailer that has sealed LED lighting. It's just one less thing to worry about, and it'll save you time and frustration in the long run. The second thing, and this one surprised me, this model does not come with a boarding ladder. And honestly, I think that's something Sea-Doo should include. Getting back on in deep water without one is way harder than you'd expect. The dealership quoted me close to $500 to install it, which just didn't make sense for something this essential. And that actually leads perfectly into the upgrades. Because after spending some time on this ski, there are a few things I would absolutely recommend adding right away. Number one, and this is an easy choice, the boarding ladder. This should honestly be one of the first things you buy. I don't know why anyone would ride without one. And the best part, it's actually super easy to install yourself. You can do it in about 10 to 15 minutes and save a few $100 instead of paying the dealership. I'll link the exact one I used below. You can get a cheaper one that does not say Sea-Doo, but I recommend sticking with OEM. One thing I noticed right away, the stock stereo. You really can't hear it once you get over about 50 miles per hour. So that's why I upgraded it, and honestly, this has been one of my favorite upgrades so far. I went with the JetWerx audio kit, and for $799, it's a huge upgrade over stock. It comes with the upgraded speakers, an amplifier, and all the adapters and wiring you need, so you're not having to piece anything together. And it's actually way easier to install than you'd think. I've got some clips here showing the process, but I also have a full video that walks you through the entire install step by step. I'll link that below if you want to see exactly how to do it. But where this really stands out is on the water. I was hitting around 105 to 108 decibels, and that's out on the lake. Even at higher speeds, you can actually hear your music clearly, which completely changes the experience when you're riding. If you want to check it out, I've got a link down in the description, and there's also a 10% discount code down there as well. It makes the whole ride a lot more enjoyable, especially when you like to drive fast. Upgrade number 3, and probably the most noticeable for performance, is the SCOM. From the factory, this ski is limited to about 68 miles per hour. After installing the SCOM, I was able to push it up to around 78 miles per hour, and you can definitely feel the difference. I picked mine up from Active Jet Sport, and it's been solid so far. If you want more details, I've got that down in the description as well. Now here are a few accessories that I couldn't live without, and you're definitely going to want. Dock bumpers. If you just bought a brand new Sea-Doo, the last thing you want is scratching it up, pulling it into docks, or tying off. I've tried a few different types, and most of them just don't sit high enough to actually protect the ski where you need it. These are by far the best ones I found. They hang higher, cover more of the hull, and actually protect the areas that usually take the damage. Super simple, but it makes a huge difference in keeping your ski looking new. I've got a link for these down in the description if you want to check them out. And last is the LinQ ice chest. This is the first accessory I bought for my first Sea-Doo over 2 years ago, and it still works great. Out here on the water, everything just slows down for a minute. And after spending time on this ski, getting everything dialed in the way I want it, it really turns into something completely different. It's faster, it's louder, and honestly, just way more fun to ride. And that's when you realize you're not just riding anymore, you're enjoying the whole experience. And after about 12 hours on the 2026 Sea-Doo 325 RXTX, here's my honest take. Would I buy this again? 100% yes. It's fast, it's comfortable, and it's just straight up fun to ride. But just know what you're getting into. It's not cheap, and once you start riding it, you're gonna want upgrades. That's just part of owning a ski like this. If you're new to jet skis, make sure you check out my full beginner's guide next. I break down everything you need to know before you ever hit the water. And if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot more coming on the 2026 Sea-Doo 325, upgrades, real-world tests, and everything in between. I'll see you in the next one.